In old school RuneScape, you can usually do whatever you want. Explore the world in any order, train any skill you like, chase whatever goal you set for yourself. But this is something completely different. This is SlayerScape, a game mode created by Dan Play's OSRS that turns RuneScape into something closer to a roguelike adventure. Instead of choosing where we go, a board decides. Hidden across the boards are tiles, skills, quests, shops, bosses and upgrades. But at the start, everything is locked. To reveal the path forward, we have to complete Slayer tasks. Each task gives us a chance to earn a key, and those keys let us uncover new tiles one by one. Every step forward has to be discovered, which means we are not just progressing through RuneScape, we are discovering it all over again. Today we are going to continue our journey through Gielinor. In the last week's episode, we've continued with a whole bunch of Slayer, unlocked Sailing through the Pandemonium quest, and completed Priest in Peril, giving us access to our new Slayer master, Mechna. We finished the episode with opening a few clue scrolls and gaining some gear upgrades. Okay, very easy Slayer test completed. And we received another key. We have two options, thieving levels 11 through 20 as well as fishing. I want to start with thieving so I can work on that immediately, and fishing I can do while editing, so I will unlock a thieving 11 through 20 right now. There is no fucking way. What? There is no fucking way I just got this pet at level 12 thieving in 20 years of playing RuneScape. Okay, 20 might be a little bit too much. Maybe like 18 years of playing RuneScape. I have never ever gotten a pet. What the hell? And now I have the thieving pet. That is crazy. Holy shit. This is my first ever pet. No way. This account is so fucking lucky. At 1600 XP, I've got the pet. I mean, I'll keep this account forever. I can't believe it. Okay.
Level up completed.
Is level 20 thieving, allowing us to thieve for silk, and this was actually a very nice method for us to get some better food. So these heal 3 times 4 HP, so 12 in total, and I think we've got a little bit over 100 in our bank, so that is amazing. And we got our first pet. Not even the first pet on this account, like my first pet ever. I haven't even gotten a pet at leagues, and I think they are more common in leagues. We need to claim it, and then we will see what the other 3 tiles are. Crafting! Finally we can get crafting. That means we can do Sheep Shearer as well as a couple other quests. Client of Kourend and Woodcutting 11 through 20. Very happy with our unlocks. So we have a lot of ways that we can go. We have smithing, we have rune crafting unlocked, we have some shop allowances, even a medium shop allowance somewhere for more money. We do have a hunter unlocked, so we can do the Varrock Museum, which we should do soon. We've got farming unlocked down here, so I'm very happy with the progress we're making. Since we have only one Slayer key available currently, I want to get back to Slayer, especially since we want to complete our first Mechna task very soon. We are currently at task 48, and the 50th task will give us Slayer points at Mechna. I want to knock out task number 49 real quick, and then we can go to Mechna. 17 Ice Fiends. This was very fast. In the past I hated doing Ice Fiends task, but it was a breeze, so very quick. And this was our 49th task, so we will go to Mechna and grab ourselves our first Mechna task. We can't forget to lock our task. It was a spire task, 40% chance for a key, and we did not receive one this time. We can grab ourselves our first task that will reward us with Slayer points. Mechna can give us tasks that are kind of hard to do, but we are about to find out. 84 Banshees. We do need earmuffs, which come at 200. Holy moly. That is quite expensive, but we do have the shop allowance. We also need to log it out of our shop allowance. And let's go ahead and purchase us our first and only earmuffs. Let's head into the Slayer Tower for the first time. Banshees have a max hit of 2 with the earmuffs, so this task shouldn't be too hard. They're level 23. Banshees don't really have a notable drop for us. They dropped some iron equipment. The Mystic Gloves Dark at a 1 in 512th rate. I'm not expecting to see one of them. They also dropped some runes as well. And this is strength level 40. Holy f***. We just got the mystic gloves. There is no way. What is this account's luck? First receiving a pet and now a 1 in 500 chance. And last episode we got the rune arrows of the rare drop table, a 1 in 7,000 chance. This account is so boosted. That's a nice upgrade once you start training magic. Alright, this is the end of our 50th Slayer task. It should reward us with 90 Slayer points. So this is the most we've had so far. We've gotten 30 from the Pause Sign of Interest quest, but now we have 90 points to spend. I mean, we don't have anything to spend them on. I don't think there is a task that we need to block, and canceling is not really worth it since we are only doing low level Slayer currently. But it's still nice to have 90 points and to be able to receive points. We did gain 1 more strength level, which will allow us to have our max set of 7 even when we train attack. I will train attack to 45 or 50 maybe, and then we'll switch to defense. Let's log our first Mitchner task in SlayerScape. This should grant us 1 key. We are at a 90% chance, and he gave us 1. I will do a couple more Slayer tasks and then we will go back to questing, because I definitely want to do Client of Kourend as well as Vampire Slayer, 2 very, very easy quests, and then maybe we'll look into skilling. Okay, we are back at Spire and we'll receive a quick Dwarves task. Since we are now level 46 combat, we can definitely unlock Vannaka as well. So not only Mitchner, but also grab a task or 2 from Vannaka. He isn't too far away, so I feel like our next task could come from Vannaka. The last couple tasks were very, very easy from Spire, and Turiel we've almost finished. So I think a mix between Vannaka and Spire would be nice. So after this task, I'll head to Vannaka. Okay, task done. And while we're making our way to Vannaka for the first time, we can log that task into SlayerScape. Once again, not receiving a key. I just realized we only have 15 out of 30 keys, so we definitely need to come back to Spire sooner or later. But yeah, I kind of want to progress, so I think we should try a task from Vannaka. If all fails, we can go to Turiel and skip that task as well. So this is Vannaka, one of the first Slayer Master that actually start to take things seriously. Lore-wise, he's basically a seasoned warrior training inside the Edgeville dungeon, casually surrounded by monsters, like it's just another Tuesday. If you want to get an assignment from him, you'll need at least 40 combat. So this is where Slayer starts shifting from the early game into something a bit more real. And his tasks reflect that. We are talking dragons, demons, giants, ankus, stuff that actually can hit back. This is usually the point where we stop feeling overpowered and start bringing food again. He's kind of the bridge between I just started Slayer and okay, I might actually die here. As for the points, Vannaka gives 4 Slayer points per task, with the usual streak bonuses kicking in every 10, 50 and 100 tasks. Not insane rewards yet, but this is where the grind actually begins. I think we have to talk to him first, right? Or is he giving us an assignment? We have to kill 40 crabs. I don't think I've ever had that task. Yeah, I mean, that is a perfect task for leveling. We can go sand crabs, we can go ammonite crabs. We haven't been to Fossil Island yet, so we need bone voyage, so ammonite crabs is not an option for us, but we can definitely go to Hosidius and kill rock crabs. I think they're rock crabs, right? Stone crabs? Sand crabs? Sand crabs, I think. Sand crabs, yeah. I really never knew that crabs existed as a Slayer task. They must be somewhat new. I mean, I haven't played OSRS in quite a while, but this is perfect. They have high hit points, which will lead to a lot of XP. They really don't hit anything and are extremely AFK built, so this is just amazing. I just missed it, but this was level 35 Slayer. Alright, this is the task almost completed. This was by far the most relaxing Slayer task I've ever done. And we've gained more than 1 Slayer level. So this is a crazy, crazy task. It also granted us 8 Slayer points. We will log it into SlayerScape, a 95% chance of gaining 1 key. And he got us 1. Didn't expect anything else. So now we have 3 keys and we can think about what to do next. I've skimmed through the reveal tiles and the only thing that I'm really interested in is Client of Kourend, Vampire Slayer and maybe rune crafting or crafting. So we're definitely in this vicinity. I think I want to start with Client of Kourend because that will unlock 2 additional tiles and we are already in Kourend, so it's not that far. So this is Client of Kourend, aka run errands for a guy who definitely isn't suspicious. You meet the sailor dude, Veos, who's like, I've got a client client, and you're like, cool, what kind of client? And he's like, don't worry about it. He gives you a magic notebook and sends you across all of Kourend to interview random shopkeepers about politics, because apparently you're a journalist now. Everything's fine until your pen suddenly starts hurting you when someone mentions the Dark Altar, which is always a great sign, right? You go back and Vias is like, yeah, sorry mate, my mysterious client got a bit emotional about ancient dark magic. Then he gives you a weird orb that tells you to go to the creepiest place in the entire region and just activate it. So you do. Naturally, you hear spooky voices, everything gets weird, and when you return, Vias gets possessed by the client. At this point you realize you are not really helping with research, you are helping some ancient, probably evil entity spy on the entire kingdom. And then he just vanishes, gives you a reward, refuses to elaborate, and that's it. Quest complete. During the quest we had to purchase 1 feather for 2 gold. This is editor me, realizing that we've never actually claimed the completed quest, so we are going to do that right now. And we reveal Hunter level 21 to 30, as well as Woodcutting level 21 to 30. We do have Woodcutting here and Hunter 1 to 10, and we're still missing Hunter 11 to 20. So Woodcutting is something that we can definitely get into. Back to Slayer. This was a bear task, granting us 1 key, and then we've speeded through some Slayer tasks. And unfortunately I forgot to log the Dwarves and Ghost test. Okay, we just completed a Dwarves task, and since it was our 59th task, the 10th task in a row is coming up, and this will give us increased Slayer points if we do it at a different Slayer Master other than Turiel and Spryer. And I was thinking about going to Mechna into Mauritania, however, I can't be bothered to walk there right now, even if it's safe spottable. It might be an option to let us gain some ranged or magic XP, although we don't have enough money for magic, but yeah, we'll see. We could unlock a medium shop allowance for that as well. Let's grab ourselves our 60th assignment. 49 Calphites. That is very, very easy. Spend 10 GP at the Alcred Gate. And we also have to purchase a Shantai Pass for 5 GP. So we need to lock a total of 15 GP into our shop allowance. And now we can go ahead and kill the Calphites. The last time we were here was quite a long task because we had to flinch them. But I don't think we need to flinch them anymore, since we can now hit up to 7s and definitely a higher combat level. This was our 60th Slayer task, granting us 40 Slayer points. And our first streak task at Vannaka was a very easy and fun task. Very AFK. We are definitely able to just chill and kill Calphite workers with our combat level. And now we continue our hunt for the Druidic Ritual tasks. We have found 2 out of the 4 meats needed for Druidic Ritual, only needing rats and birds as a Slayer task. 24 dogs. Back to Jackals we'll go. Back in the desert, we're going to buy ourselves a Shantai Pass, and we will lock it immediately into SlayerScape. And we also need to log our last task. It was at Vannaka, so maybe he'll grant us another key. No, he didn't. That is crazy. We failed the chance of 92%. Once again, missed the end of this task, but this was a quick Jackals task that we can log into SlayerScape, granting us no key but 31 coins. Please, Spryer, give us one of the tasks that we need. 15 cave crawlers. This is the end of the task. Very easy. Just took 1 inventory of food so I didn't have to bank in between. And I'm definitely noticing that we are getting stronger with every task we do. While we pick up our things, so we can lock that task into SlayerScape. Once again, no key, but a little bit of shop allowance. 19 crawling hands coming up. First time killing crawling hands. Don't think they have anything valuable to drop. The only real notable drop are the leather gloves, which we can gain in any color. Leather, purple, yellow, red and teal. Some basic unenchanted jewelry. And other than that, not really anything we want. And we just received the teal gloves, which is funny because they have a 164 chance. And we got it on 3 KC, I think. Yeah. This is our best in slot gloves for now that we really have access to, which I think are just leather gloves, but in teal color, giving us a small defense bonus. We finished our crawling hands task, which we can lock with Spryer. No key once again. And 21 bets are next once again. Next Slayer test completed. And we finally got another key. Very nice. 20 Ice Fiends. This is the end of the Zombie Slayer task, granting us 1 Slayer level. We are now able to kill Vyres. Spryer was so nice and granted us a key. This is our Wolf Slayer task. We can immediately lock it. Once again, no key. And back to Spryer we go. Slayer tasks have a weight to them, meaning that they are calculated differently in the chance if we would receive one. And for example, at Spryer, birds have a task weight of 6 and reds have a task weight of 7, I think, or it's the other way around. Meaning they are weighted kind of high, so we should be able to get them soon. And I double checked if Turiel has the same, or if they are more common at Turiel. We could switch to Turiel to be able to receive these tasks sooner, but they have the exact same task weight. Doesn't really matter from who we are going to get the task. Maybe this one is it. Ice Fiends. Unfortunately, not the rats or chickens we are looking for. I once again missed the end of our Slayer task, which has been our 69th. So the next Slayer task we should go to Mechna, maybe? We could go to Vannaka, but I'm scared of what he will assign. So I am going to head to Mechna. Meanwhile, we can log it into SlayerScape. And no key once again. Our next Mechna task will be 45 scorpions. That's an easy task. We can just go to the Carrot Mine, I think. I think it's the closest location to this teleport. And afterwards we're gonna head back to Spire, so we can reduce walking distance.
Slayer task completed.
And this is the 70th task completed, granting us 30 points for a total of 186 points. We should soon be able to unlock some Slayer bonuses, like bigger and better, for example, to be able to receive superiors. Next up, 21 Banshees. The Slayer tower is kind of far away. It's kind of annoying to run there since we don't have the Canifis teleport or Fairy Rings unlocked yet. But I guess for you guys it's just a matter of seconds. Alright, we just completed the Slayer task, granting us a total of 462 XP. Our next assignment is 19 birds. We can finally gather the third meat of the fourth that we need. And this is the rarest task that Spire can give us. We finally got lucky. After basically 70 tasks, all we need after this task is a Reds task, and then we are done with Druidic Ritual. We are finally here, and we can one-hit these chickens. And this is the item that we wanted, the raw chicken. All we need now is just one Reds task, and we are done, and we will be able to unlock Herblore on this account. And this is the last chicken. I'm so happy that we got the task. I collected 3 raw chickens just in case we need them anytime in the future. I will quickly bank, and then let's hope that the next task is the red task we still need. The moment of truth. Will Spire give us the Reds task that we desperately need? Not this time. Not this time. Goblins though. Another quick task, and in the close vicinity. This goblin task actually gave us a chance to collect the goblin skull. We now have almost all of them that we need for Rag and Bone Man 1 in our bank. We have the unicorn horn, we have the bear ribs, and now the goblin skull. So we're not too far away to be able to complete Rag and Bone Man 1 as well.
Slayer task completed.
I was looking at the wiki at what we still need to complete the quest. Since we need to kill some of the mobs off task, I am going to quickly grab a big frog leg, since we are very close by, and so we don't have to come back. We then need to kill a ram south of Barak, and I think that is it, because after that we can kill every other mob on task. So a giant rat, a giant bat, and a monkey is, I think, what we still need. I've checked, there are no frogs or ram tasks, so we can quickly grab at least the frog legs, and next time I'm in Barak I will grab the ram skull. Oh, wait. We need to kill the big frogs, not the giant frogs. Now just kill the mob off task that we really didn't need to kill. My bad. Only the big frogs, not the giant frogs, drop the desired frog leg. Now that that is done, we can pick up the bones, and I will head back to Spire. Listen, Spire, we've talked about this. All we need is a Reds task, or I would even take a Monkey's task as well. Nope, that is not what we were looking for. Thanks for nothing. 74th task completed. The next one is 22 reds. Let's go. We are about to be able to complete Druidic Ritual. Only this reds task left, and then we are definitely focusing on Druidic Ritual, getting that done as quickly as possible, unlocking some Herblore levels so we can start making some potions. After a long time, this is our first red skill, giving us the meat that we need, as well as the bones for Rag and Bone Man 1, or at least it should. Giant red bone and the raw bear meat. We finally have everything together for Druidic Ritual. As you can see, we got the raw bear meat on us and the rest in the bank. So once the task is complete, I'm going to finally finish Druidic Ritual. And this is the end of the Red's
Slayer
task.
task completed.
It finally gave us the meat that we needed. Now I will quickly bank and then we can finally finish Druidic Ritual. Now that we have all the meats gathered, there is just one thing that we need to do. Actually there are two, because we didn't log our last tasks, but I kept track on what we actually killed. We killed scorpions, chickens, goblins, bears and rats. So we are at 5 tasks that we still can log with Spryer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, not bad. Giving us 2 keys and some shop allowance out of 5 tasks. We'll definitely take them. Now we are at 21 out of 30 keys, so we are actually getting closer to completing Spryer. The next thing is that once we complete Druidic Ritual, we will gain 250 Herblore XP. So since we have 8 keys, which is quite a lot, I am definitely going to unlock Herblore level 1 to 10, maybe even... And now it's time to complete Druidic Ritual. So this is Druidic Ritual, the quest to unlock Herblore. Some druids ask you to cleanse their sacred stone circle, which has been taken over by dark wizards. Sounds heroic until they tell you the plan. Go get raw red, bear, chicken and beef and throw it into something called the Cauldron of Thunder. So you do exactly that, turning all the raw meat into glowing blue mystery food. You bring it back, the druids do their thing, and just like that, ritual complete. Stone circle saved, and somehow you've now unlocked Herblore.
Quest completed.
And there it is. Druidic Ritual completed, which will give us access to the Herblore skill for quest points as well as our first Herblore XP. Level 3 Herblore. With level 3 we can process guam leaves and create attack potions. I am really happy that the quest is finally done. It took us 44 in-game hours to complete this very simple level 1 quest on our SlayerScape account. And this unlock is huge, giving us the potential to create prayer potions once we have overhead prayers. Being able to create potions will definitely speed up our Slayer tasks in the future. So in this episode, we've not only completed Druidic Ritual, but we've also did a whole bunch of Slayer, which is what this account is, doing a lot of Slayer and progress through Slayer. So I'm once again very happy with the progress we made. And next time we will continue with where we left off, setting ourselves the goal of completing 100 Slayer tasks. Thank you again for watching and don't forget to subscribe.